Hello and welcome to GPTV on Tuesday the 12th of June. No less, no more, Gary.
Is that an intro? Is that your intro? Okay, well, we'll run with that. It is Tuesday the 12th of June, after that inspiring opening of the show. It's good to be here, Philip. And I've got to say to you, a day in advance, and the viewers who are watching this, by the way, just hit the phones, hit your emails, hit your SMSs, and wish this man a happy birthday, because his birthday tomorrow on Wednesday.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday the 13th of June.
If we go back a year, last year's show, I was like, it's Tuesday the 13th of June. And then you go, and I'm going, it's still Tuesday the 13th of June. It was your birthday, and it's taken me a whole year to get over that.
Me and the Queenie share a bit of a birthday, so happy birthday to the Queen.
Well, just on that.
Yes, I think you've asked this question. I know exactly where you're coming from.
I want some viewer feedback on this, because I'm confused. Like, and we had a little chat off camera, and look, I'm a very simple person in many respects.
Yes, well, you've summarised your personality and your intellect perfectly.
Well, people don't come to us as real estate agents because we're going to change the world or cure cancer or do brain surgery. They come to us because we're salespeople fundamentally, Phil. Sometimes we forget that.
But they don't necessarily want to deal with a simpleton, do they?
Well, if they didn't want to deal with a simpleton, they wouldn't use a real estate agent. They'd use a lawyer, or somebody brilliant. But we are just real estate agents. We are basically flunked students that just got into this business and found a way to add value.
You do have gutter rat cunning, Gary.
Oh yeah, I have that. But Phil, let's just talk about this.
GRC, we call it. You've got GRC on steroids.
Cunning. Phil,
gutter rat cunning.
Love it. I think
GRC.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure with my intellect whether that's supposed to be a compliment. We're going to take it as one. I just want to talk a little bit about how does it become the Queen's birthday weekend when it's not her birthday. I want to know how that whole thing...
I think we've asked this question year in, year out, and no one ever comes back to you with the correct answer.
A viewer, please tell us, why do we celebrate the Queen's birthday in June, this long weekend, when it's not her birthday?
I tell you what,
is it the Queen Mother?
She's stacked on the years in recent times.
She's going hot and strong, isn't she?
I tell you, she has absolutely no intention of abdicating that throne. She's holding onto the arms of that throne, and what you don't see on camera is down below of that shot of her holding onto the throne. There's Charles down below trying to pull her off the chair.
I was wondering what you have to say.
But the reality is she's not going anywhere. And for those viewers that don't know why she hasn't abdicated, all I can say is watch The Crown. Have you watched The Crown yet?
I haven't watched it.
I think The Crown has probably been one of...
I've been to The Crown. I stayed there a couple
thank you very much. The Crown is probably one of the...
bit on the roulette.
The Crown is probably one of the best Netflix series I've ever seen. And I've got to tell you, I was a cynic. I thought, there's no way I'm watching The Crown.
Just for the whole monarchy.
One of the most entertaining series I've ever watched. And historically interesting, although not necessarily accurate, Gary.
I want to understand. Just talk to me for a minute about, he becomes a king, Charles. There's no question about that, is it?
Correct.
So would he be the oldest person actually to become a king? Because, you hear about the little boy that's 12 years old became a king of his kingdom because his father died or whatever. But he would have to be, by the time they put the crown on him, he's going to be 80 or something.
Well, if you go back into those medieval times when the kingdoms were around, I think the average life expectancy then was about 35. So, they became kings early, generally because their king father had been killed or had his head cut off.
Well, they did it. They killed him.
That's right. But if you want to watch The Crown, Gary, it is the most entertaining show. And I know a lot about royal families because I've also watched Game of Thrones, Gary, which makes me somewhat of an expert on all manners, fiefdoms and kingdoms.
That's where you get me on intelligence, right there. Right there. You've got me covered well and truly. So do you reckon...
We're completely off script.
Do you reckon he wants to be the king?
Charles wants to be the king.
So?
Does a one-legged duck swim in circles? Do wild bears poo in the woods?
Just one question at a time. I've got to think about the duck first. Let's talk about what's going on in the market, Philip. It's getting absolutely out of control. Auctions to review. Well, there aren't any. Did you have a nice long weekend?
I did, Gary. I had a lovely long weekend. Went up to Surface and had a very nice time. I had many walks on the beach and just a bit of downtime, a bit of relaxing, Gary. It was very, very nice.
The Gold Coast experience there, Phil. Phil, we've got this weekend 15 auctions. We're in 9 suburbs and we are
Well, I was about to say June's a pretty quiet month in Melbourne, but not June and not June at Gary Pier and Associates.
No, Phil. And certainly, look, I missed you last week. I was at the conference, but well done on the show.
Yep,
I just want to talk a little bit about what's going on this weekend, because it is going to be a busy June. It is a good month.
Having a cup of tea, viewers, because it's very, very cold. June is very cold, Gary.
It's a bit cold, but we know that. And July probably even colder.
Yep.
Phil, let's just get into the auctions this weekend, because there's too much drivel and nonsense going on here. Look, we start off
Just speaking of it being cold, Gary, if you want a great soup, I am at the moment, I cannot get enough of the lamb shank and barley soup at Las Chicas in Carlisle Street.
Really?
Oh, it is the heartiest, most magnificent winter soup you could ever imagine.
What about that soup place not far from us? It had a different name. It's changed. It was called, what was it called? You know, the one in All Wrong Road.
The soup place?
Yeah.
Oh, that was, it's now something fresh.
Yes.
Yeah.
They have some good soups.
I've never tried the soup there. Anyway, get back on track, Gary. Let's talk about the properties.
Okay, Philip, we get...
How are you finding the market, Gary?
Oh, look, it's hard to know, because last weekend there were no auctions.
What one weekend without our auctions, all of a sudden you don't have an opinion?
Well, you know, overall we're getting good clearances, Phil, and we're still getting good inquiry, and we're still getting people buying.
So the market's settled now, do you think?
I think it has settled. Look, I did meet with a Sydney agent who very recently, Philip, who said that it's gone back maybe 10-15% there.
Yep.
It has come back a bit there. Certainly in certain spots it's come back a bit here too.
Yep.
We know that. It's nothing to be ashamed of.
But I think it's now settling. I reckon we're moving now into the settlement phase. Vendors are becoming used to the new market. Buyers are certainly used to the new market. And we look for equilibrium. And this is now probably the most intelligent thing we've said so far on this show, is when a market enters the equilibrium stage, it means buyers and sellers are now aligned in their thinking on price. And when equilibrium happens, Gary, the market starts to flow. Economics 101, it was the only subject at VCE I actually got a reasonable score on.
255 was your VCE score.
The only score I got over 50s.
255.
61.
You should be ashamed.
61. I've got to tell you, back in my day, Gary, our day, 61 was a high distinction.
255
and
out of 410.
if you buy that one, have I got some swampland in Arizona for you?
255 out of 4. You should be ashamed of yourself. 255.
No, I wasn't. I was delighted.
That's just a disgrace. That was your score, 255.
Yes.
Anyway, let's keep going.
253.
No, yeah, I didn't say that. But it's true. 3 auctions. Triple auction action. We start off and kick off this Saturday, the 16th of June, a day before my son's birthday and a few days after yours, Philip. We're going to be in Daniel Road, Armidale. What a great suburb. Simon Rajolnik for his first of 3 auctions this Saturday, Philip.
Gary, we've sold in this building many, many times. Always goes well because it's well located, walking distance, obviously tram at the front door, the Armour Village round the corner, Glenferrie Road and High Street on your doorstep, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space. Very neat and tidy apartment throughout, Gary. A great location.
Nice wrap, Phil. Leo Samuel in his hood in Carnegie. We're selling at 10:30. 487 Maroona Road in Carnegie. Take us through this terrific property, Phil.
Well, Gary, we've sold in this building before, and recently, in fact. This is 2 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, undercover car parking, storage cage, beautiful timber boards throughout, beautifully presented. We like that position, we like that property, and obviously walking distance to everything that Carnegie's famous for, particularly Koonang Road, Glen Huntly Road on your doorstep. Could go on and on.
You could, and you do. Philip, we're going to be at 10:30 also in Caulfield South, the 3rd of our 9 suburbs that we're covering this weekend, at 6 Nelson Street. Jeremy Rosen's auctions. This is going to be meeting up with Adam Josky, who's been handling the file.
Gary, 566 square metres of prime land on a corner with some beautiful period features. 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, plenty of off-street car parking, in fact a double garage. That is really a great entry level into the marketplace. Great investment, great land bank, or just a beautiful home.
Double auction action, 11:30, Philip. We're kicking off in St Kilda, the hood of Jeremy Rosen's. We're at 33 Grey Street. This is an incredibly well-received property. We've had so many people here.
As it should be, Gary. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom and a courtyard garden, and really just the schmickest fit out.
It's kind of like a studio, and we're talking about low 200s, Philip.
Yep.
That is an extraordinary opportunity for someone.
Gary,
like that.
It's great on all levels, whether for an owner-occupier or an investor, or somebody that might have might live down on the peninsula, Gary, and wants a city base.
It's quirky and unique and a great opportunity and very affordable.
Quirky and unique.
Philip in Spring Road, Caulfield South, that special address, Peter Sinclair Auctions for Leon Guzenfeder. There are 4 auctioneers at work this Saturday, and none of them are us.
Well, Gary, how about that?
There you go.
2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, off-street car parking for 2 cars, storage under the roof in an attic space. Stunning fit out here, stunning floor plan, Gary. There's everything to love about that property. And Spring Road, sorry to interrupt, but Spring Road is one of my favourite South Caulfield addresses.
Mine too. Special street, that one. Phil. We've got double auction action at 12:30. In fact, we have triple auction action at 12:30 p.m. Philip, we're going to be in Bunney Road in Oakleigh.
You'd want to hop down to that property, wouldn't you? That's champagne comedy at its most inspiring. 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, plenty of off-street car parking, including a single garage there, Gary. That's a great property. That's one with everything, really.
Phil, this home in Eumeralla Road is quite exceptional. There's a great story to it, actually, because a very famous former Member of Parliament was involved with this property. So it's very, very unique. It's been written up in the paper. But let's just focus on the house, because Glenn Bricker is very excited about this house, and Jeremy Rose is going to be
as he should be, because it's 613 square metres of land approximately, Gary, with the most beautiful home that is just so fabulously renovated and the most brilliant floor plan. 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, off-street car parking, including a carport. That's a house that really you just move straight into and get on with life.
Kind of interesting story with that. I don't think it's inappropriate to bring it up, but the vendor unfortunately...
Well, if it is inappropriate, you're still going to bring it up, aren't you?
The vendor sadly passed away, but left in their will, they want a Glenn Bricker to be the auctioneer, or to be the agent, I should say, and to sell the property.
That's fantastic, isn't it?
That's an impression he's obviously left on that.
Well, that's a strong tick of approval, isn't it? When somebody says, after I've gone, I still want that guy.
Exactly right.
Well done, Glenn.
Yeah, good, Glenn. Nice story. 8A Larch Street in Caulfield, South Phillip. Leon Guzenfitter has been behind this one, and Simon Redonic Auctions. 3 bedrooms,
if not 4, a bathroom and plenty of off-street car parking, Gary, and a very, very schmick renovation. I love these 50s and 60s houses, these blonde bricks with steel windows. They just, they're so livable.
And they were built so well, Philip.
They were, Gary. I reckon that was really the dawn of sensible Australian architecture.
I would have to agree with you on this occasion, with this particular case, with this particular property on this point.
Yes.
Let's move on
nothing
to something
else.
that's it.
Yeah.
Let's move on, Philip, with something that's, I think, is very affordable. To be able to buy a 2-bedroom apartment in an area like Eastern Kilda between 4 and 440, that sounds like very
Gary, this is right opposite our office, and I say that not just so that people can drop in all the time, but our office is part of the Alma Village, and when you buy an apartment like this with 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space, you really don't need a car, because you've got the supermarket, you've got the supermarket, you've got the newsagent, you've got the pharmacy, you've got the doctor, you've got the bakery,
tram up the road.
you've got the chicken shop, you've got your local agent, you've got cafes, and that just makes that apartment a real bonus.
Phil, we wrap up on Saturday at 2:30. Leo Samuel has the last word in Murrumbeena, and I love the look of this house, and I know that Graham Callan has very much enjoyed handling and dealing with it and the people who have been coming through it.
Well, Gary, it's stunning. You've got the perfect blend of period features and modern amenity, and an Art Deco style home. That really is just beautiful. And of course, we've got 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, plenty of off-street car parking, including a garage. That is, and the location there is fantastic.
It sure is. Philip, Sunday, which is Daniel's son's 21st birthday, my Daniel's son.
Yes. Happy birthday, Daniel.
Son. It's,
21.
21?
Oh my goodness me.
Wow. Where did that come from?
It came out of the blue.
It did. Well, 21. They catch up quickly, don't they?
You must be old.
They catch up quick. Phil, we've got 5 auctions on Sunday. We've got a fine selection of smorgasbord, and we've had so many people at our first 10:30am auction in terms of attending the property. We're on Hawthorne Road on the corner of Estelle Road,
Gary,
the former site of Estelle Motors.
I do. I bought a Mazda from there once. The only Mazda I ever bought was from Estelle Motors.
How long
on
before
that corner.
You trashed that by?
Oh, I think I drove it out of the showroom and probably hit the tram as I was driving out.
Worst driver. See him on the road.
Wasn't a good driver back then, that's for sure. But this is 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, and 2 car spaces, Gary. This one of the many bonuses of this apartment is, of course, the courtyard garden. Love this building, love this location, and all of the great Caulfield North Junction shops and Caulfield Park on your doorstep.
If you're looking for a home that's full of features, Philip, you can buy in Fuller Street, Elswick, 2 at 13 Fuller Street. Or Fuller Road, I should say.
Yeah, full of yourself this morning, aren't you? 2 or 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space, Gary. That is a great location because you've got Brighton Road and you've got the Glenira village of Ripponlea on your doorstep. You've also got the train, you've got the tram, you've got the best cafes, you've got Attica. That's just a located property.
All around you, Philip. We've got double auction action at 1:30. We're going to be in Almond Street for this terrific looking property, Philip. What a beautifully
Gary,
fitted
these
out
80s
display
houses
home.
are having somewhat of a renaissance because the buyers have really worked out that they give you such tremendous amenity and they're great value. 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, carport for 2 cars. That house has got a fantastic floor plan and it is absolutely immaculate and as solid as a rock.
Phil, we talked about this in GPTV. You couldn't hide your excitement or contain yourself because this is such a phenomenal property in Williams Road. Take us through this iconic
Gary,
and unique home.
Is this property or is this art, interior design, brilliant architecture
can't live in art,
combining as one?
Can't live in art.
Well, yes,
You
Gary, you
can.
can.
Something that's artistic quality.
No,
but
here is evidence that you can live in art because this building has also got the Justin Art Museum as an art gallery that is annexed to the property. So when you buy this property, the building is sculptural, designed by Justin Architecture, and Elisa Justin has done the most incredible job on this building. So you're not just buying an apartment to live in, Gary, you're being part of living
in an
art.
artistic environment. Can we say that?
Gary, you can say whatever you like, but I think this is one of the best buildings, not just in Melbourne, but in Australia. And this building, by the way, has got international prominence because of its artistic factor. It's 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space. One of the standout features of this property is its huge terrace balcony. But I love this building and I love everything it stands for. And of course, being part of the Prahran groove there, you're located to everywhere you want to be.
You are going to be rolling out for the weekend to do that auction, Philip?
Yes.
At 1:30 p.m. It's like living in New York without the crime, Phil. That's what I think.
Well, not that New York's got all that much crime
Not as much anymore.
Rudy Giuliani, Gary, I don't know whether you remember, back in the 90s,
He's still
cleaned it
around.
up.
He's on Fox News most
Well,
evenings.
he's now an advisor to Donald Trump, and that says a lot.
But he did clean out New York. It doesn't matter if you could say he was inappropriate, you could say he was wrong.
He is responsible for putting the big apple, putting the gloss back on the big apple.
Exactly right. The polish.
Yeah. Anyway, you can learn so much by watching this show, Gary. Tell me about the next auction, or at least introduce the next auction.
It shouldn't just be sky racing a footy, should it,
No,
Phil?
it shouldn't.
I'm learning that. Phil, this is a phenomenal property, quality built. We're in Tennyson Avenue, a great address off Glenira Road in Caulfield North. Leon's been very excited about it, and this is really an exceptional, extraordinary home.
Gary, it is a stunning property built by one of Leon's favourite clients, who is a builder that has built all over Melbourne.
Known for exceptional
done
property.
Incredible things. 4 bedrooms, 4.5 bathrooms. So, you've just got everything there that opens and shuts. You've got a basement garage where we've marketed as parking for 2 cars, but I think if you've got a third small one, you'd probably get that in as well. And of course, you've got a lift that services all floors, Gary. So, what's not to love about that property?
Absolutely nothing not to love. Phil, brings us to our conclusion in terms of where we are right now. And Phil, I've got to say, it wasn't long ago, I had a robust debate with the value of a robust debate with the value from the city of Glenira.
Robust debate.
It was a robust debate. We had a
arm wrestling,
a robust debate about
thumb wrestling,
a little bit of that. We had a robust debate about what is the best street in Caulfield North, and we couldn't quite split between Fingdon and Howett Road. And we conceded that they were probably on equal par. So if the city of Glenira valuer and myself as a local agent believe that, with a few years under my belt, believe that that's
many years under your belt.
I'll just leave it at that. Then I've got to say, it's pretty conclusive that we are now in Caulfield North's best street. We're in what I like to refer to as FNC for the Far North Caulfield.
So amusing that, don't you?
I love that. But Phil, we are no doubt in one of the best streets in Caulfield North and in Melbourne as a result of that. This street, Fingdon Avenue, is full of the best homes in the area, the most beautiful homes, the biggest blocks of land, the most exclusive properties. And here we are at number 20, owned by somebody in our game, Philip,
yes,
a prominent, who will remain
very prominent, very successful real estate agent.
Prominent property person that understands real estate. And we've had to wrestle with the family to get them out of here, but we've
if it was good enough for them to buy it, it's got to be good enough for everybody to buy.
Absolutely.
What an amazing home, Gary. Well, first of all, the quality of the construction here is second to none. A really beautifully solid built house, which is a rarity in modern building standards today. I think this house will stand the test of time. You've got beautiful entertaining areas. That lounge dining room is just magnificent. But where we're sitting in the kitchen meals family room, which overlooks the north-facing courtyard garden, it's a very easy house to love. And when I came in here for the first time, I just thought, this is quality real estate at its its best. You've got all the bedrooms, and there's a nice delineation between the parents' bedroom, which is at the front of the house, the children's wing at the back of the house, so everybody can kind of settle in here and not disturb each other, but come together. Look, the kitchen meals family room has got to be the standout room, but every room here is just light and bright, and of course security. You've got double lock-up garage, and of course it goes without saying again that the position is second to none.
Lavishly appointed, beautifully located, absolutely sun-drenched, Philip. Quality is here, absolute A-grade, first class. We're very excited about this. So this one goes off on the 24th of June, Philip, at 1:30 p.m. You're the auctioneer, and I can tell you one thing, if I'm not double booked, I am not going to miss this auction.
As you shouldn't.
Or it might get sold before auction, you don't know.
It may well.
Sometimes homes like this, that's what happens. But make sure if you're going to see one beautiful quality home in the area, make it this one in Finton Avenue, and we'd love to show you through and speak to the prestige team of Darren Crongold, Sally Zellman and co, and we'll all be very, very happy to get you through and show you through this exceptional home. Phil, that's a little bit of a wrap right there.
Gary, got your skis out yet?
Not yet. Well,
no?
You're the skiing type.
I know, but I'm just thinking maybe you'd take it up this year.
You didn't do much skiing.
No,
you do some this year
look,
you're not bad, but your wife's a better skier.
Well, there's no question she's a better skier. Don't know, Gary, whether I'll ski this season. Starting to feel the cold, maybe. Getting a bit lazy.
Too young to be doing that. No, I think it's refreshing. You should get up in the morning, run outside with just your undies on, go woo, do a little circle with the snow, throw it at yourself, wake up, get alive.
This is now getting silly. Viewers, I hope you have a fantastic week. Thanks very much for tuning in. My name's Philip Kingston.
I'm Gary Peer. We'll see you next time
See you
on
next time.
GPTV. Thank you.